Hey everybody, this is Rusty again with Collector Auctions. I have got a brand new CGC unboxing for you. But before we get started, if you like this kind of content, please hit the subscribe button. I will be having several videos over the next few weeks as boxes are starting to come back in from CGC. It's a pretty exciting time. I'm not sure what's going on, but the most recent orders I've sent out have all been graded, encapsulated, and shipped, and just tremendous amount of time. It's unbelievable. Be nice to get some of the other orders back in, but patience will save the day here. Anyway, this box right here, I've got it sitting right here. It's a little bit smaller of a box. It only has five comics in it, but it turns out it is probably the most valuable order I have submitted to CGC so far. It is some big boy books, and I submitted them and had them cleaned and pressed at CGC and graded after that, of course. What's surprising is that they came back a lot sooner than I expected. More so that they actually skipped some of the orders that were ahead of it. And I'm not really sure. I didn't pay extra for any kind of expedited, is that a word? Any type of quick service or whatever. But nonetheless, we've got it in. I've already unboxed this. We did this when it came in. I do these unboxings for my wife first. We probably should have taped it because my reactions were pretty exciting. I was pretty excited about these books. There's a couple in there that just absolutely shocked me in such a positive way that it's unbelievable. And I'll show those off to you right here. But to give you all a little bit more information, I sent this order out April 26th, right before CGC raised their prices. It is a standard submission. So I sent them out on the 26th. They arrived at CGC on the 29th of April. CGC received it on August 26th. From that point, it went to CCS when it was worked on, I guess, during September. It was shipped back on September 16th. I received it on September 27th. And here are the books. All right, the first book I've got in here right here Marvel Comics Special Marvel Edition. I think everybody knows what this book is right now. It's with the movie just out. Everybody's pretty excited about this book, the first appearance of Shang-Chi. It's pretty funny. For 40 years, I've said Shang-Chi like everybody else. In the movie, I guess, corrected everybody. This book right here was not my original that I had back when I was a kid. I still have that copy. It's a nice reader copy these days. But this one I bought probably in the early 90s for a few bucks. It really wasn't that expensive. It was a mid-grade at the time. It does have some spine ticks along the edge. There are some spots on the back cover. But definitely something that needed to be worked on, cleaned, pressed by somebody who knew what they were doing. At the end of April, I had not started cleaning and pressing my own books, so I left it to the professionals to take care of this one, and I'm extremely happy. I wasn't sure what the grade was going to be. I felt like it was going to be a mid-grade no matter what, but without that pressing especially, I don't think this would have met a 6.0 grade. I think it probably would have been more like a 5.5 at the most. And even that, I'm probably way off. But regardless, I am extremely happy with this. This was a great book. I'm glad to have this in my collection the way it is. If I come across a better copy at some point, I may upgrade, but for right now, I'm very happy with this. All right, the next book is one from my personal collection. I bought this right off the newsstand. It was probably right before I started really starting to bag and board all of my comics. But I've bagged and boarded this thing. It's been in the collection. It's been in the better box for a long time. And even so, it still had some damage on it. And it is Amazing Spider-Man 238. This book had some damage up here at the top corner. It had a crease in there. And I think it had a similar crease on the back in a different area. But definitely some damage. Not very many spine ticks or anything like that, but I read these books. It's the only copy I had. I read this. It does have the tattoos, so that's probably what somebody's thinking. Does it have the tattoos? Well, you can probably tell by the blue label it has the tattoos. Anyway, they clean pressed this. I got a 9.0 out of this. Very happy with this. I was very excited about this grade, although personally, I was hoping that I would have gotten somewhere around the 9.2, 9.4. You're always hoping for something better. But this is what I've got. This is my book. It's a newsstand version, so there's that. Anyway, I'm very happy with it. And I see my cat Lucky decided to get in the video too. All right, moving on. This book here is a book that I didn't even know I had in my collection until about a year ago, when I was going through a period where it was right after the company I would work for had closed down. I was unemployed. I was looking for new work. I was freelancing, doing some graphic design work, but I had a lot of extra time, and I decided to spend the time going through my entire collection, cataloging everything, redoing the order, getting books organized, cataloging. And if I hadn't done that, I would have never known I had this book in the collection. It was a book I bought at the time. I didn't know that I had it, but when I started seeing a lot of the other YouTube channels talk about this over the last probably 8 months, I'm going, that seems familiar. What's up with that? So I went back to my logs, and sure enough, I had the first copy of Adam, the Legend of the Blue Marvel. I had no idea I had it. It did have some spine tick crease type damage on the side, nothing color breaking, but enough that I knew it wouldn't be a 9.8 without some serious work. And I am so glad that I sent this in and let the professionals take care of it. As you can see, 9.8 on this. Unbelievable. I saw this when it came out. As I said, I should have taped it, but taped my reaction. I couldn't believe what this grade came out to be. So, what a piece to have in somebody's collection. Anyway, 9.8, guys. All right. The next book I had one copy of this, and this was the big disappointment in the lot. I thought that I could have, with a clean and press, I thought it would come back. I was hoping on this one, especially a 9.2, 9. I don't know. I was hoping for the best, and when I got this grade, my reaction was pretty sour, considering that how expensive this book can get in higher grades. But I got an 8.0 on Ultimate Fallout #4, first edition. And as excited as I was for the Blue Marvel, this one I was so not excited about it. I took a look at it, but after taking a closer look, I did remember that there was some serious damage in this. See if I can get away from the layer there. Some damage down in the lower left-hand corner of the front cover. I'm not sure what happened to the book. It had some serious crease damage down there. It was color breaking. As you can see, it's black down here at the bottom. It was not pretty. And they brought it back. They brought it back to life. Flattened it out. You can't do anything with color breaks in a case like that, but they did the best they could. In the end, I'm very happy with this. Yes, I would have liked a better grade, but this is what I have. And the front cover actually presents really well. It was very clean. There wasn't a lot of damage on the front at all. It was mostly the damage on the back that got that grade. But as it is, I've got an 8.0 on Ultimate File at number 4. Very happy to have that in my collection. All right, guys. Last book in here, and my reaction on this book probably matched the reaction on the Blue Marvel. And this was a book that was in my personal collection. I was subscribing to a service at this point when I bought this book, so it's a direct edition. But I had one copy of it, and I read the heck out of it. Not as much as I've read other ones. At the time, I knew to take care of the books. I wasn't manhandling them or anything, but still, they were read. They were read multiple times. And I sent this in with the others. They worked their magic on there. There wasn't a lot of spine tick damage on this, so I don't recall any serious damage on this, but they cleaned and pressed it, and this is what I got. I got a 9.6 on Amazing Spider-Man number 300. I lost my mind when I saw that. I couldn't believe it. Yes, a 9.8 would have been great, but it wasn't going to be possible with the spine ticks or the other defects that you could find on here. But a 9.6 is pretty serious, and I was over the moon on this. I couldn't believe it. And it's timely, considering that we just had the Venom movie drop over this last weekend. This, of course, if you don't know already, it's the first full appearance of Venom. Anyway, got a 9.6 on this. Very happy to have this in my collection now. So, anyway, guys, I'll leave it here, actually. That was a 5-book submission. This was a standard submission. I had of course, I've said it multiple times now, cleaned and pressed. Very happy with the service. Packaging was great coming back. There was no damage on any of the books. Everything was packed safely. They came back at a good timing. All in all, very happy with the submission. And that's it. That's a 5-book submission. So what I want to say now is that I have got more submissions coming back in over the next week or so. I will be doing more videos on this. As I said at the very beginning, if you like my videos, please hit the subscribe button so you know when I have new videos dropping. If you like this video, hit the like button and leave a comment. I'd love to hear your feedback and see what you think of my books. What do you think of this format? Anything you want to talk about. You want to talk comics? That's cool too. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Have a great evening, and I'll see you next time. Take care.